नमस्कार दोस्तों, स्वागत है सभी लोगों का हमारे YouTube चैनल पर। इकोनॉमिक्स का सब्जेक्ट आज हम स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। रेलवे एनटीपीसी और रेलवे के तमाम एग्जामिनेशंस के प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस हम यहाँ पर डिस्कस करेंगे। मैं प्रोफेसर रवि रंजन सर आप सभी लोगों का फिर से एक बार स्वागत करता हूँ। जो लोग भी फर्स्ट टाइम ज्वाइन किए हैं चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, शेयर कीजिए अपने फ्रेंड्स के साथ। और आज हम इंडियन इकोनॉमी और इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट कंप्लीट करेंगे। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। तो आज हम पार्ट 1 वीडियो करने वाले हैं, इकोनॉमिक्स का पार्ट 1, जिसमें क्वेश्चन 1 से लेकर क्वेश्चन 100 तक हम डिस्कस करेंगे। द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट। द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिपोर्ट्स। तो आपको बताना है कि जो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट का जो रिपोर्ट था वो फर्स्ट टाइम इंट्रोड्यूस कब किया गया था, ठीक है, या कि किसने किया था। तो आपको बताना है कि ये किसने किया था। चलिए अपने फटाफट सभी लोग बैठ जाइए अपने नोटबुक को लेकर के। राहुल, सुनीता, विनोद, अभिषेक, विजय, श्रीकांत, बहुत बढ़िया। तो चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। द कंसेप्ट ऑफ सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट वाज इंट्रोड्यूस्ड बाय वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग रिपोर्ट्स एंड इट वाज ब्रुटलैंड रिपोर्ट या ब्रंटलैंड रिपोर्ट। Goods such as food, clothing and services such as recreation that are consumed when purchased by their ultimate consumers are called consumption goods. A given good is related to which of the following? A given good is related to income effect is stronger than the substitution effect. Who said the following? No society can surely be flourishing and happy, of which the far better part of the members are poor and miserable. Adam Smith, who is regarded as the father of modern economics. Adam Smith. According to the law of diminishing marginal utility, as the amount of good consumed increases, the marginal utility of that good tends to diminish. Who was the author of the general theory of employment, interest and money that laid the foundation of macroeconomics as a separate branch of economics? John Maynard Keynes. Who is known as the founding father of macroeconomics as a separate discipline? John Maynard Keynes. The difference between voluntary payment and real price payment for any goods by consumer is called consumer surplus. When total utility is maximum, then marginal utility becomes zero. According to Marxism, the third stage of development is feudalism. Market where less number of companies exist and together controlled by the majority is called oligopoly. MRP means maximum retail price. The person who gives his name only partnership firm but they are not involved in day-to-day activities, it is called as nominal partner. Which of the following is? So I want to tell you one thing, that in this the person who gives his name only to any partnership firm, but there is also one specialty with nominal partner, neither he contribute any capital and nor the management, but in sleeping partner investment is done, right, by the partners, but in nominal partner this name is given, neither the capital is invested or nor the day-to-day activities is taken part of the partner, taken part by the partner. Which of the following is the perfect example of free market? Market where price is determined by supply and demand is called as free market. In which market competition does not exist? Monopoly. Selling of many products in form of a single product is called product bundling. Which of the following name is not related to economic theory? Niels Henrik David Bohr. Which of the following sectors in Indian economy is also known as service sector? So the next chapter is chapter number 2, types and sector of economy. Type and sector of economy. So which of the following sectors in Indian economy is known as service sector? So service sector is tertiary sector. Service sector is a part of dash of an economy. Tertiary sector of an economy. Goods that are bought no for meeting the immediate need of the consumer, but for producing other goods are called tertiary sector. So now the thing is that goods that are produced no for meeting the immediate need for the consumer, but for producing other goods are called capital goods. Total cost per unit of output is called average cost. Total cost per unit of output is called average cost. The sum of total fixed cost and total variable cost is called total cost. Indian economy is a mixed economy. Indian economy may described in the form of mixed. In which of the following types of economy are the factors of production owned individually? Capitalist. Cargo services are part of the dash activities of the service sector. Tertiary. In reference to Indian economy, which of the following is in the tertiary sector? Health. In reference to Indian economy, which of the following companies under the secondary sector? This question is repeated. Health. Okay, next question. Okay, that comes secondary sector. It's not a tertiary sector. Earlier question was tertiary sector is health, right? But in the secondary sector, okay, just and they are not asking about a tertiary sector. They are talking about secondary sector. So secondary sector is industries. In reference to Indian economy, which of the following comes under the primary sector? That is agriculture. The concept of joint sector means cooperation between private sector and public sector. What is the reason for growth of oil seeds production? Yellow revolution. The theory of Gandhian socialism was published by Atal Bihari Vajpayee. In technological area, India is the largest employer to female employee. Second, टेक्नोलॉजी में लार्जेस्ट एम्प्लॉयर है फीमेल एम्प्लॉयज़ का. Traditionally, the base of Indian economy is agri industries. The classification of public and private sector is done on the basis of ownership. So next is chapter number 3, National income and measurement. Okay, which of the following department calculates GDP of India? Central Statistics Organization, CSO. We should consider only the value of finished goods while estimating the GDP, because the value of the finished goods already includes the value of the intermediate goods. Which of the following sectors contribute most to GDP in India? Tertiary sector. Gross domestic product is the total value of which of the following? Which of the following? All final produced services during a particular year. Choose the appropriate option in the following. Gross domestic product during a certain period is a total price of all prepared goods and services within the country. Deduction of depreciation from gross national product is known as net national product. In India, national income is computed by Central Statistical Organization. A good indicator of economic growth is a steady increase in the STC. And what is the full form of STC? Right? Now they are asking about a good economic growth. Okay, not this is not the STC, right? GDP. Economic growth is a steady increase in the GDP. The first attempt to calculate national income in India was made by Dada Bhai Nauroji. In economics, what is the full form of NDP? Net domestic product. In India, by which step national income is calculated? Net national product of market price. So national income is calculated by net national product of market price. Which of the following agriculture product gain maximum export value in market? Basmati rice. According to Economic Survey of 2017-18, the share of MSE, medium scale, micro scale and medium enterprises, is dash of the GVA in India. That is 32%. So what is the full form of MSME? Medium, small and micro enterprises. Who gave the term Hindu rate of growth? Hindu rate of growth, which referred to as the low growth rate period of Indian economy. So the next chapter is chapter number 4, economic planning. Five-year plans and Niti Ayog. So Hindu rate of growth was given the term by Raj Krishna. After independence during the second five-year plan 1956 to 61, which steel plant was set up with the collaboration of Germany? Everyone knows that Rourkela steel plant. Who among the following is considered as the architect of Indian planning? PC Mahalanobis. Big Indian industrialists got together in 1944 and drafted a joint proposal for setting up a planned economy in the country after attaining independence was called. What was it called? The Bombay Plan. With whom is the secret statement of intent signed by Niti Aayog as part of the Atal Innovation Mission to open the Digital Disha program? Adobe or Adobe? Under which plan for the first time was the private sector given priority over the public sector? Seventh five-year plan. With which five-year plan in India was based on PC Mahalanobis model? Second five-year plan. What was the duration of second five-year plan? 56 to 61. The second five-year plan, generally called the voice of statement of socialism pattern of society. Mahalanobis model. Who is the architect of second five-year plan? PC Mahalanobis. During which five-year plan did India opt for a mixed economy? Second five-year plan. In the first five-year plan, the government of India sought to get the country's economy out of the cycle of poverty. And when it was held? 1951 to 56. The main focus of the first five-year plan was agriculture sector. The first five-year plan of the government of India was based on the Harrod-Domar model. The first five-year plan's main emphasis was to improve the condition of agriculture in India. It began in the year 1951. During which five-year plan was the drought-prone area program initiated in India? Fourth five-year plan. The five-year plan of India completed its term in March 2017. 12th five-year plan completed its term in March 2017. In the 11th five-year plan, artisans related to dash were supported by the Marketing Support and Services Scheme. Handicrafts. So handicrafts were supported by the Marketing Support and Services Scheme. Which model was the first five-year plan based on? Harrod-Domar model. What was the main focus of the first five-year plan? Agriculture. Development of primary sector with focus on agriculture. In which year plan did the disinvestment process in the public sector enterprises India start? 1991. What is the targeted annual average growth rate in GDP as per the 11th 5-year plan? In the 11th 5-year plan, what was the target? 9%. Who formulated the People's Plan, an economic plan in India? M. N. Roy. After independence, during the second 5-year plan, 1956 to 61, which steel plant was set up with the collaboration of Germany? So I have discussed now Rourkela steel plant. In which of the following list the subject economic planning is placed? Concurrent list. In which 5-year plan the government has started agriculture policy by which green revolution was started? Third 5-year plan, green revolution. Which one of the following is an extra constitutional body? Niti Aayog. Who was the first chairman of the planning commission? First chairman of the planning commission was the prime minister, and that is the Jawaharlal Nehru. When did the economic liberalization started in India? 1991. Liberalization, privatization and globalization started in which year? 1991. Government of India is preparing for draft of dash 5 years plan. 12th 5-year plan. So we are done with this chapter. Now we'll move to the next chapter. The next chapter is chapter number 5, and the name of the topic or the chapter is money and banking. Okay, where is the office of the Governor of Reserve Bank of India? It is in Mumbai. Where are the headquarters of RBI located? Mumbai. Where is the head office of the Reserve Bank of India located? Again, Mumbai. Headquarters of Reserve Bank of India is located again Mumbai. So this question is very important. When was the Reserve Bank of India established? 1935, but it is 1st April 1935. Okay. Which of these banks were merged with the Bank of Baroda in the year 2019? So बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा में कौन से मर्ज हुआ था? तो विजया बैंक एंड देना बैंक. तो बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा was merged with Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank. Which bank has become the third largest bank in India in April 2019? So third largest bank in India 2019, Bank of Baroda. It was merged with Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank. First is SBI and second is PNB and third is Bank of Baroda. Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank was merged with all the following bank, that is Bank of Baroda. Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank recently merged with Bank of Baroda. Which two banks merged with Bank of Baroda with effect from 1st April 2019? Right? Vijaya Bank and Dena Bank. Dena Bank and Vijaya Bank are recently merged with Bank of Baroda. Which of the following is not a function of Reserve Bank of India? Banker to the public, banker to the government, lender of the last issue. Right, banker to the public. So we cannot, a general public cannot deal with Reserve Bank of India. Only the government or the banks can deal with Reserve Bank of India. In which year Reserve Bank of India was nationalized? nationalized? 1949. 1949, Reserve Bank of India was nationalized. But if I'll talk about what is the exact date, so the date is 1st January 1949. Must remember this date, very important. Established is 1st April 1935 with with Halton Young Committee or Commission under RBI Act 1934, but establishment was done on April 1st 1935 and nationalization was done on 1st January 1949. RBI was nationalized in 1949. The Reserve Bank of India was set up established in the year 1935. 1st April 1935. Which of the following is depicted on the 200 rupees note? In 200 rupees note, Sanchi Stupa. Sanchi Stupa is depicted. Right? 200 is Sanchi Stupa, 500 is Red Fort, 2000 Mangalyaan, 20 rupees Ellora Caves, 50 rupees Stone Chariot of Hampi, 50 rupees. 100 rupees is Rani Ka Vav, 10 rupees Konaksam Temple. The characteristics of 100 rupees note which is issued on the Reserve Bank of India is 100 is Rani Ka Vav. Recently 50 note reserved. On the reverse side of this note, which of the following structure is printed? 50 note, in rupees 50 note. It is Chariot of Hampi. In relation to theme-based currency, according to new policy, printed on 200 note. Sanchi Stupa. In the following in the note, Sanchi Stupa, 200 rupees. So this is the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So we have done till question number 100. So those who are new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and press the bell icon. So we'll meet in the next video. Thank you very much.